Good evening, I'm Scott Beadle with St. George News at 8. 4 people are arrested and facing drug charges as the Mesquite Police Department wraps up its investigation into drug trafficking. The arrests were made in the early hours of April 8th. Police believed 33-year-old David Adkins was heavily involved in trafficking and distributing crystal meth, heroin, and cocaine. He now faces multiple charges, including felony drug possession, trafficking a controlled substance, and distributing a controlled substance. Police also arrested 57-year-old Robert Gullick and 36-year-old Jessica Rose on felony drug charges, as well as 27-year-old Lindsay Calder on a misdemeanor drug charge. The 3 facing felonies were booked in the Clark County Detention Center in Las Vegas. An Ivins man reported missing earlier this week was found alive in Nevada this morning. 69-year-old Ted Drew Miller was reported missing on Sunday. He was last seen at his home that morning and reported missing soon after. Miller was severely dehydrated when he was found in Nye County, Nevada, and was taken to a local hospital for care. The details surrounding his being found are limited at this time. A man's bizarre behavior in a St. George neighborhood landed him behind bars. Police arrested 31-year-old Matthew Sparks. According to the police report, Sparks walked into a stranger's home near Red Cliffs Mall and said he needed keys to her truck because his girlfriend needed it. The woman told police she didn't know Sparks or his girlfriend. She told him to leave. Then Sparks left and went on to damage an orange car in the area with a screwdriver. By the time officers arrived, they say he was attempting to leave the area in someone else's Jeep. A search of Sparks found several baggies of crystal meth, along with a pipe and several syringes. Sparks is booked into the Washington County Jail and faces multiple charges, including felony drug possession and felony theft. Bill O'Reilly will not be returning to Fox News. The announcement came today as we learned another woman has come forward to accuse the former Fox star of harassment. Danya Backus has the latest.
Fox News' biggest star is out.
Often around this time of year, I grab some vacation.
Bill O'Reilly, who has been off the air for a week on a scheduled vacation, is not coming back. A statement from 21st Century Fox says, after a thorough and careful review of the allegations, the company and Bill O'Reilly have agreed that Bill O'Reilly will not be returning to the Fox News channel. The decision comes just weeks after a New York Times article reported O'Reilly and Fox paid nearly $13 million in settlements over claims of inappropriate behavior and sexual harassment dating back to 2002.
He got very hostile very quickly.
A former O'Reilly guest came forward claiming the host derailed her career after she turned down his advances. And just this week, attorney Lisa Bloom saying a former Fox employee called the company's anonymous tip line, accusing O'Reilly of sexual and racial misconduct in 2008, saying he allegedly leered, grunted, and called the African-American woman hot chocolate while they were alone.
First, Mr. O'Reilly said nobody ever calls into our hotline. So we took him up on it and we called into the hotline.
The pressure was mounting for the Murdochs to take action. There was an advertiser revolt with more than 70 companies pulling out of the O'Reilly show. And Tuesday,
Bill O'Reilly's got to go!
Dozens of women protesting outside of Fox headquarters, calling for O'Reilly to be fired.
O'Reilly has denied the allegations, saying he's being targeted because he is prominent and controversial. On the new accusation, his attorney says there is an orchestrated campaign by activists and lawyers to destroy Mr. O'Reilly. Chief Meteorologist Chris Summers has your Southern Utah forecast right after this.
The weather tonight is brought to you by Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
And welcome back, everyone. A good Wednesday evening to you. Another beautiful day out there today. Very delightful around our area. Temperatures into the upper 70s, the low to mid 80s in much of southern Utah. And looks like we'll keep the warm weather around as we head into our Thursday. May see a little more breeze pick up, though, as you get into the afternoon hours of our Thursday, but still lots of sunshine expected even through the end of the work week and into the weekend here in St. George and southern Utah. We're going to keep those warm temperatures around. Plenty of sunshine for the weekend, too. But it does look like temperatures are going to warm pretty nicely as we get into Saturday and Sunday. Again, wouldn't be surprised to see 90-degree temperatures in some areas of southern Utah by the time we get to Saturday and or Sunday. Let's take a look at our service map though for your Thursday. Again, seeing that warm weather just to our south through parts of Southern California and also parts of southern Arizona as well. We do see a little green trying to come into parts of southern Utah. May see a little shower activity around Cedar City, maybe up near Beaver. That could see a few showers in the forecast by the afternoon hours as our jet stream has a little dip in it on your Thursday. Here in St. George, I think most of the rain will stay out of our area. May see a few more clouds in the afternoon, but definitely going to keep that threat of rain a little bit further to our north and to our east through the day on Thursday. But for Cedar City, again, we can put that chance of rain in the forecast through the noon hour into the afternoon hours, about a 30 to 40% chance of possibly picking up a few raindrops out there in Cedar City. Temperatures up to the upper 60s, and those winds will pick up in the afternoon, though. West winds as high as 20 miles per hour in parts of the area. Now for St. George, then getting back into the 80s once again. Lots of sunshine expected, but see rain chances at about 0%. So again, most of the rain will stay to our north and to the higher elevations as well. 81 degrees our high temperature here in St. George, but again, southwest winds could be as high as 20 to 25 miles per hour throughout the day on Thursday. Now here's your high temperatures from today. Again, we enjoyed the upper 70s to low 80s in most areas. 78 degrees our high temperature in St. George, 78 also in Hurricane, 62 that high temperature Cedar City, 57 degrees in Enterprise, 83 degrees the high temperature in Mesquite, 82 in Vegas late this afternoon. Now for tonight, we do drop back into the mid 30s in Cedar City, 35 degrees by tomorrow morning. Everyone else though low to mid 50s around southern Utah. Lots of clear skies, east-southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour, but gusty winds come in as we head into the day on your Thursday. Again, could see a little rain chance at about a 40 to 50% chance in Cedar City, upper 60s for high temperatures. Everyone else though gets back into the low to mid 80s. But again, those winds will be gusty, west-southwest winds as high as 20 to 25 miles per hour. 7-day forecast for Cedar City. Do drop a little bit back on Friday temperature-wise anyway, upper 50s with mostly sunny skies, but we do warm up just in time for the weekend, back into the mid 70s, and even keeping the 70s around through early next week in Cedar City. Now St. George and southern Utah, low 80s as we head into our Thursday, but then back into the mid 70s by the time we get to Friday, and then right back into the mid to even upper 80s by the time we get into the weekend. 83 the high on Saturday, 88 by Sunday, and keeping that 88 degree temperature around by Monday as well. All right, looks like this weekend will be perfect conditions for the viewing of the Lyrid meteor shower. During this peak, Friday night and into Saturday morning, the meteor shower happens every April as Earth passes through the dusty trail of the comet Thatcher. The comet dust, oftentimes as small as a grain of sand, creates a spectacular light show as it enters the atmosphere. So if you want to take a look at the shower, then it's typically going to last about, it could actually get up to 15 to 20 meteors per hour. And for optimal viewing pleasure, you have to find a very dark area, usually away from the city and street lights. Bring a blanket or a lawn chair and lay with your feet pointed to the east. And then just look up to the sky. But you have to be patient too, because you have to see those come every so often. And the show actually will last until about dawn, so you have plenty of time to catch a few meteors this weekend. So yeah, it looks like we have a very good, actually a very good area to see it, because we're going to see clear skies too. That's the one thing, you don't have a lot of clouds, and it looks like those clear skies will be around this weekend. So yeah, get out and enjoy a spectacular view.
I want to bring a little caffeine with you too.
To keep you up, that's for sure. And if you're headed to the higher elevations, it might be a little chilly, so you definitely want to have that blanket. That is for sure. But it looks like a very optimal viewing area for us this weekend. All right, thanks, Chris. KCSG Channel 8 has teamed up with Experamac to give away an iPad at the end of this month. All you have to do is go to the KCSG Facebook page or kcsg.com to enter. Once you've entered, be sure to also use the keyword, which we will announce during each broadcast of the St. George News at 8 for an additional 30 entries. And tonight's keyword is elevate. You can enter the giveaway every day until May 1st, so be sure to tune in each weeknight to the St. George News at 8 for the keyword of the day and more chances to win an iPad, courtesy of KCSG and Experamac. Still ahead, somebody get this next guy a world's greatest dad mug. How he came through for his daughter, next. A Utah dad is receiving online praise for his Billy Madison-like reaction to hearing about his daughter's bathroom accident at school. On Friday, Ben Sowards showed up to collect his 6-year-old crying daughter with his own pants wet. He was heartbroken after hearing about his daughter Valerie's embarrassment and splashed some water on his pants before leaving the house. He arrived at the school's front office and asked Valerie if he could borrow her backpack to cover up his own accidents. By the way, he's a dad to 11, and he and his wife are planning to adopt 4 foster children in their care. Wow. Pretty awesome. That is good. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great night.